Hola, 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 mi gente. Look at all y'all. Ready for the battle. Good to see you guys here. Good to see you guys here. I'm excited. Lily, are you excited? I'm excited.
Beyond excited. This has been the highlight. Well, besides my mom coming to visit, this has been the highlight of my day.
Well, hello, mama. So let's get this party started. Let's not leave people waiting. Everybody's looking at us like, what are y'all doing? Welcome to the
Mind my business.
Okay, no, we're not minding our business today, Lily. We are not minding our. This is the last day. Okay, we're gonna be minding our business. We're gonna be up in everybody else's business. So let me first say thank you for the Block Talent Battle episode of On the Block with Jen. This is our first one, so you're all witnessing the first one. So when we're at the 100th and we're on your television set, you can all say, "I was at the first one on YouTube."
Right.
So welcome. Just a few rules out the way, and let's get our contestants up here because they are battling in the back to get on screen. Okay, there will be a cash prize. We do have a guest judge. We can't do this on our own. You are at the Block Talent Battle. We invited talent from Atlanta, from New York, and Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Okay, Atlanta, New York, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. We'll be seeing people come up here. There's gonna be a variety of talents, okay? Rapping, singing, poetry. We got a good response. So they're gonna need your full support. How do you vote, okay? The judges will judge, all right, with all our judgment. But we don't decide who wins. You guys decide who wins. How do you vote? You throw the person's name in the chat. Please watch your phones. You throw the person's name in the chat, okay, that you want to win. We will judge. You pick the winner. We don't pick the winner. We just say what we think about the contestants. Throw their name in the chat. So I hope you guys got your friends and family watching because they may take you over to the winner's position. Now, if you want to support the show with a super chat, this is how you vote with a super chat. If you want to bump up the contestants' vote, let's say you do a $10 super chat, that's automatically 10 votes for that person. If you do a $1 super chat, that's automatically another vote for that person. So let's say you want to vote for someone, you can vote for free. You can just throw their name in the comment box. But if you want to vote 5 times for them or 10 times for them with one comment, do it with a super chat. Do a $5 super chat, that's 5 votes. $10 super chat, that's 10 votes. You get it? You got it? I hope you understand that. Now, of course, you can vote for free. I'm just saying if you want to vote for someone 10 times over, do it with a $10 super chat. All right, guys, so let's get this party started without another further. Let's get our guest judge up here. Drew Fraser. Drew Fraser, okay, the hardest working man, okay, and host. We know and love him. I met him in New York City. How are you, headliner?
I am absolutely fantastic, and happy to be here, and very, very excited to see all your incredible talent you have lined up.
Yes, so we'll see. And we're not going to be nice. I know all the contestants are backstage, but we're going to keep it real, right, guys? We're going to let them know what we think.
No Paula. No Paula.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to bring up the first contestant. I know there are a lot of people watching who are trying to come backstage. As people compete, we will drop them, and then there will be space for you, okay? I know backstage is kind of crowded, but as people compete, okay, we will let them go and bring you up. This is first come, first serve. This is a battle. So you got to battle backstage to come on up here. The people that are going to get picked first are people with great light. If I see you holding an instrument, if I see you looking like you're ready, I will pull you up, okay? That is where the priority will lie. All right, guys, let's go. Let's bring up our first competitor.
This is exciting.
Very, very exciting. Let's start with a lady. Hello, Nonconformity. How are you?
What's up? I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you.
We're really, really good. So first tell us your name, where you want to be reached, where people can reach you, and what you're going to do for us tonight.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Nicolette, aka Nonconformity. I'm from Trinidad. I grew up in Brooklyn. And I'm all over. Yes.
You're
and I'm all over.
You won.
That's
it. You won.
That's it.
No, it's over. Tell everybody else to go home. It's over. It's over. Congratulations, babe. You got it.
You see why we can't vote, right?
Ooh.
Okay, so what are you gonna do for us today, Nico?
So I'm gonna do a little bit of rapping. I got 2 tracks that I put together. They're kind of short, but they got a heavy punch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
No,
have them
short is
down.
good. Short is good because we got a
Right.
lot of people to see. So short is good. You have to make an impact real quick.
Got you, got you, got you. But yeah, you can find me on IG, Spotify, anywhere. I'm all over the place.
And the name again is Nico. Nico Conformity.
Nico or Nonconformity.
Okay, Nico or Nonconformity. All
Yeah.
right, Nico, let's see it. I'll put you on the big screen and give it to us.
All right, I'm gonna be playing it from the TV, so hopefully you can hear the sound.
Okay. Let's get it. Let's get the battle on.
All right, this is called Get It Goddess. Right after, I'm gonna be doing another track called Polar Ice Express.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope y'all like it. Let me know if y'all can hear the music. Get up and get it, I got it, it's good, cause my God is good. See, I am a goddess and my God got me. Got no time for gossip, I gotta get it. I gotta go get it, so get out my way. I'm gonna go get everything that I prayed for. I'm gonna get mine and I'll take more. Tired of being so poor, rich in the spirit. My lyrics elicit internal reactions that might seem explicit, but it's a reminder that joy is intrinsic. I move so electric, I don't need the physics. Know that you think this is some type of gimmick, but I don't play games when it comes to the limericks. My bar's so sweet, it's like candy, I'm licorice. Got you greedy, lick it up, cause you licorice. Woo! Trinity gal alien, no homo sapien. Brooklyn raised me with the hooligans. Woo! Creative, lyrical, and analytical. Mirror my God in the physical. Woo! This is my story, atypical. Woo! God be the glory, it's biblical. Woo! Things could get gory, you might need a clinic, cause I make hits that leave you critical. All right, we got one more right after. It's called
Okay.
Polar Ice Express. Another heavy hit, but real quick. Yo, look, I'm just trying to be the chillest one, but I can't because I'm already the realest one. So I can't be both. I pick my poison. All your hype boys, please cut off all the noise and listen to the sounds that I am delivering. Flow like snow, I know. If I scream on the track, these little cats, they still gonna be shivering. I'm ill, but keep me away from the crazies. I find a way to be busy, but still maintain a good lazy. Play date with tall trees and daisies. I'm with my son, we get blazy. Jaded, cause life got you faded. Tell me what's happening lately. Is it all just a phase? Who is the one I should praise? When will I get this raise? Cause homie, I have been waiting just for life to feel amazing. But all these shits I've been taking won't cause a rift in the matrix. Yo, do you get what I'm saying? Woo! That's it.
Okay, thank
Woo!
you so much, Nonconformity. All right, guys.
Nonconformity.
Okay, so this is how it goes. And again, we're not gonna. This is interactive, so we're not gonna be the only ones critiquing. You can look at the chat and see what people think about your performance in the chat. If you want to vote for nonconformity, Nico Nonconformity, throw her name in the chat. If you want to vote with a super chat, put a $5 super chat, then that's 5 votes. Also, if you're catching the replay, you can still vote for our competitors in the comment section. Okay, once we're no longer live, you can say, "Hey, I'm voting for Nico" in the comment section. All right, guys. So that was Nico out of Brooklyn. You're all right, Nico. Thank you so much for coming up. Judges, do you have anything that you think would help Nico out?
Oh yeah.
Well, first of all, smart move, Nonconformity. Did a rap about God. You know we can't say nothing bad about that. Well, what can we say? That's all praise to all praise to all praise to.
Come on.
There you go. Much love to you, baby. Your flow was absolutely fantastic, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Lily.
Nico, I want to commend you for coming up here and doing your thing. That's not easy. I will say this: the first one kind of fell flat for me. I don't know if it was because of me not being able to hear the beat.
Gotcha.
But I was very happy. And really, I mean, I wouldn't have cared if you did rap about your coochie, but the fact that you didn't rap about your coochie and you chose to rap about God instead, was a different turn of events.
Right.
So, that was cool. The breath control was really, what's the word I'm looking for? It was admirable because that's not easy.
Yeah.
That's not easy. And I really was able to hear it better on the second track. I was able to hear the second track better. So maybe that's why it came together. But you do have something there. So I would say continue to hone on your craft and do your thing. But I want to see what the people vote for.
Thank you. Appreciate
Brooklyn,
it.
stand up.
Yeah. And the only thing I would say, Nico, is probably have more, you know what I mean? Like it looked like you were very much concentrating on the lyrics and the breath control, but remember you're performing. So we need to see a performance. So more stage presence would be great. But I loved it. Thank you so much for being our first. Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Don't forget, guys, if you want to vote for Nico, throw her name into the chat. And also, if you're catching the replay, throw her name into the comments. Okay. Let's support these artists. And even if they're not your favorite, we all need support. So you can follow her on her social media as well. Thank you so much, Nico.
Thank you.
All right, guys. On to the next one. Let's see who else we got.
This is exciting.
Isn't it, though? Let's bring up a gentleman.
All right.
We had to have ladies first. Let's bring up a gentleman.
Of course.
Okay. So now there's space because Nico is gone, so we can fill up the back.
Overflow is a good problem.
It is, though, isn't it? Let's get Nick up here. How you doing, Nick?
Nervous, honestly, but I don't know why.
Don't be nervous. We're all family here. This is the block.
Cool. I'm going to be kind of pacing my garage while I do my performance, if that's cool with you guys.
Okay,
do what you got to do.
For sure. So my name's Nick. The I is actually an exclamation point, though. I'm on SoundCloud. That's like everything, but I just recently been getting everything up on YouTube Music, Spotify, and all that jazz. So check me out there, or on Instagram, just Nick222.
Okay. And what are you going to be doing for us tonight?
I am going to be rapping you my newest song.
Okay.
Oh, and these are my shirts, too.
Oh, okay. You came in branded and everything.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm here for it.
I don't know why my camera's doing like this opposite moving thing, but I'm going to try to keep it good for you guys.
Oh, I was part of the show. You could have just...
Yeah, try to keep it steady, though, if you can.
Okay.
The best you can.
All right, got you. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Cool. Let me know if you can hear it. It's recorded on already, but I'm also going to rap it.
Okay.
Starts off kind of quiet. Beats are coming up.
Telling beats.
Yo, I bet that you felt a little bit excluded. Back of the line, another pissed off student. Masterful time in a rap such as I made comes across in your library. Just as often as I did, man, it was a nightmare. And your thoughts such as I've been. Well, I thought that I was dying. Lost sight of my own life, and I ended up in environments not so good. On back forth through this old loop till I burn, break down. Oh, way, just cannot. No way, son, it's too dangerous in any way. You wouldn't have made it. It's time to settle down and quit your pretending. You better get a professional before you end up like your mother. But she's incredible for what she withstood, and I'm always stuck in the middle of it. You motherfucker, look in the mirror. I'm trying to settle in your wicked appearance. I put the pedals to the metal, man. I'm sick of comparisons. Fuck, say this. I think you just pissing embarrassed. I'm about to end you with this, man. I hope that this interference will make you think about it a little bit before you pretend to something. Minnesota, the catalyst, that's a different story. Quit being fucking dramatic and get a grip of something. Twitter gun or automatic. This epiphany coming. So he packed up his 9 in his backpack, headed for his high school. Attacked every day since childhood. And there ain't no way you could calm him down. But there ain't no way you could calm him. So he packed up his 9 in his backpack, headed for his high school. Attacked every day since childhood. And there ain't no way you could calm him down. Now there ain't no way. Can we think about it differently? I had an epiphany back in 7th grade when I was envisioning me. My friend just started riding some scooters, and maybe that was the reason I ever had an opinion. You find yourself inside the pain, and it's my final conclusion. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You got a case, well, I got the solution. Break bread with them, make friends with them, take stands with them. Gay, trans, doesn't matter, I'm a person. The truth is that we are all human on this earth with a purpose until the surface collapses. And philosophy pieces, oh, I believe in us. The truth is that we are all humans on this earth with the purpose until the surface collapses. But I believe in us. Not in his backpack, head for his high school.
Okay, we got it, Nick. Nick, we got it.
Got you. This is the end.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. Okay, so where are you calling in from?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. All right. How long have you been rapping?
About 5 years since 2017. So I guess 6 almost, but it was like fall of 2017 that I started once I graduated.
Okay, cool. Judges, anything for Nick?
Well, one, I'm really not a rapper, so I can't really critique rap styles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I like his look.
Mm-hmm.
I like your look, Nick. You got a nice look there.
Thank you.
I like the t-shirts. Like I said, I'm not a rapper, so I can't really critique too much rap style. But I'm sure your flow is wonderful. You've been doing it for 5 years.
I do have lots of other music too. Like I make like indie folk music, lots of singing or songwriter stuff too.
Okay.
So
All
lots
right.
of stuff.
Stay with it. Stay positive, and let the world hear your voice, baby boy.
Thank you.
Okay, Lily, what you got? Can't hear you.
Maybe I need to take myself off mute, and then I'll be able to give you better critique.
That'll
Yes,
work.
ma'am.
Yeah,
That'll
it
work
works better that way.
Yeah, it works a lot better if you take stuff off mute.
I'm gonna try doing that from now on. So Nick, I got a couple of things for you. I gather that that you're nervous, so walking around kind of helps you to calm and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So for this type of situation, what I would suggest is a tripod. Like sit your phone on the tripod, have your beat right by the phone.
Yeah.
And then that way you can kind of zone out and do your thing and move around. And
yeah, I think that's part of the reason I got messed up, because I was like trying to figure out this camera setup and I had never done it before. So thank you for that.
Right. Yeah, so that's what you would do. But I like that. I feel like it had a lot of potential because it was very different. So I feel like we could have heard it better if you had the tripod, the beat by it, and you kind of just went and zone out, because that's probably your style, kind of like that rap rock, kind of go into like a trance zone out type of situation. So that's what I would do. And it seems like it helps you to be less nervous if you're walking around and things like that.
Mm-hmm. I definitely get in the zone like that because that's how I record. So like, I've never recorded on anything except just my phone and my Apple headphones. I just have this thing where I enjoy to be able to like record wherever I go. So I'd never really switched it. And so that's how I record. So that's where I'm most comfortable, I guess.
Okay, Nick. So my critique is I like the song. I like the lyrics. I like the track too. I like it a lot. I can picture it like if it was recorded, listening to it is something that I would listen to. The only thing I would say is as far as nervousness, and this is for everybody waiting backstage, just look at any audition. Okay, we've auditioned a million times. Look at an audition as a merger, not like, you need these people. If you look at it as a merger, like they need you and you need them, then that kind of helps with the nerves. If you just go in like, this is a merger. This is not like do or die whether or not that they like me. I like that you came in with branding. You know what I mean? You're coming out the gate branding. I like that. I like your look. So that's the only really critique I have. And just realize that when you're auditioning or competing, you have a couple seconds to make an impression. So the intro was a bit long for me. I think you got to jump right in and get out and show people who you are. But aside from that, I was cool with everything else. Let people know where they can reach you, and feel free also to look at the chat because people have advice in the chat as well. A lot of people in the chat are also in the industry, so they may help you out, something that we missed. But where can people find you, Nick?
You can find me on Instagram at justnick222 or on SoundCloud or all platforms as just Nick with the exclamation point, like my name says, and exclamation point CK. I got like 17 albums or something. So check something out. Tell me if you like it. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Nick. All right, guys. And again, if you want to hold on to, like, you're not sure who to vote for, you can hold on to to your vote or whatever. Let's get a lady up here. Let's do, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Nick is no longer backstage, so there is more room for everyone that was trying to get in here backstage. And I'm going to start timing just for the sake of time. So you literally have 2 minutes unless you're a comic. I know we were going to have some comics up here. Of course, I don't think you could. I don't know, Drew. 2 minutes or 3 minutes for the comics?
2 minutes, that's an eternity.
Oh, shit. All right. The comedian has spoken. The comedian has spoken. You guys get 2 minutes. All right.
Hey,
all right.
An eternity on stage.
2 minutes then. Yeah. All right, guys. And also, if you're competing and you're backstage, leave the stream and just watch us on the YouTube channel instead. That way people have room to come up because people are trying to get in the room to compete. So once you're done, just leave the stream and then go straight to On the Block with Jen and watch it there. Okay, let's bring up, is it Len D'vor?
Len D'vor.
Len D'vor. Hello, lady. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Really good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn!
Brooklyn! Hey!
That's right.
Okay. What are you going to do for us tonight?
I'm going to do an original song. It's called Brown Sugar. So it's a really big single of mine. And we can just get into it.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. You ever had a love so sweet, it literally knocks you off your feet? Overdose on my brown sugar. Overdose on my brown sugar. You ever had a love so sweet, it literally knocks you off your feet? Overdose on my brown sugar. Overdose on my brown sugar. It was early in the morning, just trying to get me a little bite. I turned my head, and what a beautiful sight. His eyes were all over me. Connection never felt so deep. And now the way we're staring at each other, I'm lost in paradise. I might have jumped in this a little too quick, but from the start I knew you were it. I can tell you anything, even on my dirty little secrets. After a long day, here's my perfect treatment. All I need to hear is his voice, and I'm back to myself again. You ever had a love so sweet, it literally knocks you off your feet? Overdose on my brown sugar. Overdose on my brown sugar. You ever had a love so sweet, it literally knocks you off your feet? Overdose on my brown sugar. Overdose. Kisses like gold, love is so pure. Roses for no reason, embraces these flaws. When we get together, it's nothing but laughs. Now he wanna wrestle and we all over the bed, glancing into those deep brown eyes. Huh, my butter pecan pie. He's taking and he's all mine. Da 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 da. You ever had a love so sweet, it literally knocks you off your feet?
We got it.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little sick. I got a session coming up tomorrow. I'm just trying to get ready for everything. So
no worries at all. Very pretty voice. Judges, what you got?
Thank you.
Guess first.
It was an absolutely fantastic voice, Mama. I loved it. I love the song Brown Sugar. It has a little twist. You know, when you're talking, you know, we don't know exactly what you're referring to, but you know, it's Brooklyn. I think I know what you're talking about. You know, hey.
Yeah.
And yes, fantastic, baby girl. Stay with it. Keep going.
Thank you so much.
And is it Lena?
Lene.
Okay.
Yes, Lene.
Boom, Lene. I'm gonna make sure I put pronunciation, spell it the way it's pronounced on here on my notes. Very talented. First of all, is that song available to stream?
Yes, there's actually a video on YouTube. It was on Desert Storm Radio for months. So it's been on the radio, Hello Play, and it's a real popular song. It's one of my favorite songs that I've written. So if you go to YouTube, the same name that my name is spelt on here, you can type it in on YouTube and it's on there.
Okay, so I will be streaming that. Your voice and the tone of the song reminds me of an artist that I really love. Her name is Tidra Moses. Are you familiar with her?
I've heard the name, but I'm not too familiar.
Look her up because it reminds me of like that tone.
Tidra
Moses.
Tidra Moses. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So everything, I loved everything about it. The fact that I'm going to go stream it after the show, that lets you know. So
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're
okay,
welcome.
and I liked it. Very pretty voice, and you got 10 votes from Haran DeMarco. He says the most prepared person tonight so far deserves to be 10 points ahead. Kudos, Len D'vor. Song is pretty good. Would love to work with you, possibly.
Oh yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
And that's a professional musician.
All right, look at that. Go ahead, BK. BK.
Yes.
So
definitely, you guys will be hearing more from me.
All right. Thank you so much, Len.
Thank you again. Have a good one.
You too. All right. Len is 10 points ahead of everybody else. Y'all gonna have to catch up.
Right there with the red hair, looking good.
Yeah.
I'm nice and comfortable now. I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's bring up an actor. All right, guys. So everyone that was trying to get in before, there is room in the back now. If you are watching on YouTube, please hit that StreamYard link. Let me drop it again. If you were waiting backstage. This is going to go quick. You guys. Okay. Let's get an actor up here. How are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here and for competing. What's your name?
My name is Audi Rhodess.
Audi Rhodess. Okay. And where are you calling from, Audi Rhodess?
Los Angeles.
LA. The West Coast.
You're right. You're in the right spot.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick little thing that I did. I mostly do voices, so about 2 minutes would be perfect. Probably try not to go too over, but anyway.
Okay, I'm watching now. I'll see 2 minutes.
2 minutes is enough. 2 minutes. 2 minutes is plenty. It's a lifetime.
All right, so let's bring up our contestants and our hosts, and let's see what's going on here with this dating show. It's called First Heart, and let's see what we got.
Hi, I'm really nervous to be here, but I really think that I have a lot of potential for the ladies out there. So if you need a little, action in your life, just come and call me.
Onward to our next contestant. What is this guy? I think he's a tough guy from New York. Let him go.
Hey, how y'all doing? So check this out. I'm out here trying to find a girl, trying to do my thing. If you got it, you got it. Just flaunt it. Just do it. Just do what it do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a tough guy. I like to get it rough. You know what I'm saying? But if you ladies like it like that, just let me know. Give me a call, ring, whatever's. All right, I'm out of here. I don't understand why I'm on a dating show, but I get all the ladies, and they think that I'm like really soft, but I'm not. I'm really tough. I'm a thug. I'm really, I'm really tough. You'll see. When you ladies come out here, I may look all soft, but I'm really tough as nails.
Well, thank you guys for coming by. I really appreciate you guys being here. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think.
All right.
And he did it under 2 minutes. Okay, well, that was entertaining. Do you do cartoon voices?
Yes.
Okay, I could definitely hear that. Judges, what say you?
Come on now. This gentleman's a seasoned veteran. He pulled up that Bensonhurst, New York accents. Absolutely nailed it. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And the other two characters, absolutely beautiful. Especially the first one to sound really like a cartoon thing. So I could definitely see you doing some voiceovers for cartoons and X-Men. Yeah, that was amazing, bro. That was amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Lily.
All right, Audi. I really applaud you. That's not easy to do. I could tell you were nervous. So, that was kind of interfering. Because I was just like, I'm rooting for you. And I'm like, I don't want him to be nervous. I want you to know that, we're here to support you. The chat is here to support you. Even if I say something that may hurt your feelings, it's out of support. Like, I want you and everyone else to know that, right? But no, it was really, really good, actually. So how long have you been doing this?
Been acting for quite some time. Actually, I'd say for years. Years I've been doing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's to me it showed. To me, it showed. You ain't no newbie. You showed some veteran skills right there.
Right. Yeah. Because I was going to prescribe you some Prozac for your multiple personalities. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So,
okay. Audi, where can they reach you?
My Instagram handle is actor Audi. It's ACTORAUDIE at Instagram. So it's actor Audi. That's all you have to type in. You'll see me.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming up today. We appreciate your talents. Guys, it's actor Audi. If you want to throw it into the chat, or again, if you're catching the replay, throw his name into the comments. If not at all, please follow this gentleman on his social media.
Thank you so much for having me. You guys have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get Patrick Golden up here. How are you, Patrick?
Hello. How are y'all doing tonight?
We're really, really good. How are you?
Good. It's starting to heat up in New York, but I'm from Texas, so this is easy.
Okay, you're calling from New York?
I am calling from New York. I'm one of those people from Brooklyn that somehow ended up here by accident. I don't know what I'm doing here. Wow. I live in a building. I started my set already, by the way. I'm living in a building where everybody in the building's black except for me and my Asian roommates that I live with. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to go back on the faith traditions that I grew up in Texas, right? So I grew up in the church, right? And we learned that Jesus is king, right? Because they say this idea that, like, oh, Jesus was sent to earth because he's like this human version of God that's going to die for our sins. But y'all, I went to a FetLife BDSM party, y'all, and I saw a little guy wearing a bunny costume getting crucified on a cross.
Oh,
and
wow.
The first rule of BDSM is that not all elements of BDSM involve sexual penetration to reach pleasure, right? Sometimes the pain is the pleasure itself, right? So if you think about it, that means God sent Jesus to the cross because God was trying to come. Because we're on God's porno, right?
God, wait, are you doing your routine? I'm sorry. Did you start your routine?
I said I started.
Okay.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
I'm sorry.
What routine are you doing? What is this? It's this comedy routine?
Yeah. This is BDSM Jesus.
BDSM comedy?
BDSM Jesus. Like Jesus died so God could come because God had a cross fetish.
All right, let's okay. Okay, great. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too for not letting me perform. What's going on?
We didn't. Well, first of all, you confused a lot of people. You confused all three of us.
Confused. Y'all are rushing everybody into performances, so I try to perform.
No,
and
Patrick.
Y'all just don't like that I did anti-Jesus comedy.
No, Patrick. Well, one, I don't like that. I can tell you that. Two, we did not know what you were doing, Patrick.
Oh,
you said I'm already started, but we didn't know what you were starting. So I thought you was on here trying to spread your agenda, whatever your agenda was. I didn't know you was doing comedy.
Yeah. My agenda, I guess, was.
Jen, did you know he was doing comedy?
I did not. Yeah. I really thought he was like preaching. I was like, I'm not sure what's going on. I wasn't sure.
And afterwards, I realized, oh no, wait, he's trying to tell jokes, but we did not know.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, and that's how the humor got lost in it, because we thought you were just screwing your agenda, whatever your agenda was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess my agenda was to to do something a little weird, and I guess
Yeah,
it
well,
worked.
okay, well, we got that. We got that. That came
It's
across.
a little weird. Do you have, okay, let me just say this real quick.
Sure.
Backstage is open for anyone who is waiting to perform. Please, please, please hit that StreamYard link. Backstage is open. Okay, Patrick, do you have maybe another minute and a half of another joke?
Yeah, I don't understand how the church can be against gay people, because isn't communion taking the body of a man and putting it in your mouth? Hey, y'all ain't fucking with the Jesus stuff. It's okay. Jesus.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that it's not funny. That's all.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jesus came for all of us, and so we could all come.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right, Patrick. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Patrick.
What?
Okay, so next episode we need a Sandman. Who's gonna play?
I wasn't sure what was happening. Let's just continue.
I don't want to start off with. I live around all black people, and then my roommate's Asian. And I was like, what? Okay, where are we going with this?
I didn't know that was part of the routine. I thought he was saying where he lives. I wasn't sure what was happening.
I didn't know how that made a relevance, but okay.
All right, so let's get the next contestant up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray in between this contestant.
This is CJ. Are you traveling? Hello.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah, you in your car?
Oh, my bad. I didn't know y'all could hear me.
Yeah, we can. Oh, okay, CJ. All right.
Okay, are you performing for us?
Yeah. I was, yeah.
Okay, what are you doing? Where are you from? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County.
Okay, Jacksonville, Florida. And what are you gonna do for us tonight?
Well, this is gonna be my first time that I'm actually gonna try this live. I'm just gonna do a little comic routine, tell a couple jokes, and see if y'all like it in the bag.
All right, there we go. Now we're talking. Let's go, baby. I appreciate it.
Okay, so you got 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes? Gotta make it do what it do then.
You gotta make it do what it do. Drew Frazier said it is a lifetime on stage, so you got 2 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna just tell you, Mrs. Drew Frazier, it's a porn star. You really giving me vibes of called Rock the Icon. You need to go and check him out, because I kind of thought that was you in the back. I was like, damn, I thought he was doing porn. Now this dude, now he on here looking for somebody to do talent.
Wait, what's his name? What's the porn star's name so we can look him up?
His name Rock the Icon. He wear glasses and all that. Look him up. You might be related to him.
Rock the Icon.
All right. I like you already.
I thought last week I saw you hitting it from the back. Now you out here looking for jokes, huh?
There you go. Hey, it's a pandemic going on. I got
exactly.
Income coming in.
All right.
Okay, let's go, CJ.
All right. How y'all doing today? I got a nice audience out there. I see we got a couple, I see we got Lil Rock the Icon in the back. The other two, I can't really see y'all, but just like the other day or whatnot, growing up, I had always heard, it's a little rumor in the hood. White people can't cook. White people don't know how to cook fried chicken. So we had a little potluck at work the other day. A lady named Miss Linda, she said, I'm going to fry some chicken for you guys. So, the first time I tried, I bite into it. And I'm just like a silence. Like, well, what the fuck did she put in this? So I say, Miss Linda, how did you fry that fried chicken? She said, I took it out, put some water on it, put some flour on it, and fried it. I say, there it go right there. No seasoning. So I knew the shit was true. White people don't put seasoning in fried chicken. The moral of the story is they can't cook chicken. Only we can cook chicken. All right.
Okay. CJ, you were funnier when you were talking about me. I'm going to look up this dude. What's his name? Rock the who? Okay.
Rock the Icon.
Okay. Now this is my lane. This is my lane right here. You had a premise, but you didn't have a punchline to go with the premise.
Okay.
Comedy has a premise, but you have to have a punchline. So you had the premise, okay, white folks don't season their food, but you didn't have a punchline to go with it. The fact that you tasted it and it didn't taste, and that's not a punchline. That's not funny.
Okay.
So you got to have something that's gonna, you let us into the story, but then you didn't have a finish for it. That's all.
Okay. Okay, that's a fair. And like I said, it was my first time actually trying that or whatnot. I said, I'm saying, well, I was trying to get back to the old comedy or whatnot, like actually telling jokes, because these new comedians, they just roast everybody in the crowd, and I was like, I don't know about that.
You started off roasting us, and that was funny. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went to your joke, which was not funny. But you had a premise, but you just have a punchline with it. So you just got to come up with a punchline. All right.
Okay. All right.
And Duval, that's my spot right there. Love it.
Oh, okay. What you know about Duval?
Man, come on now, baby boy. Jacksonville, Florida. Come on now, stop that.
Man, you been down here fucking all these hoes down here in Jacksonville. I can tell you.
I've been down performing on the stage, player.
I'm starting to think you all. Listen.
No fucking hoes.
Listen, I swear, if you hear this dude talk, if you hear this dude Rock the Icon talk, you sound just like him. It's crazy. You might have put a camera back. You probably got on the condom right now, don't you?
Now you're funny. Now you're funny.
Right. You, like when you're just being yourself, you are hilarious.
Yeah, you're funny.
When you're not trying, you are funny.
Yeah, everybody in the chat thinks so. You're funnier when you're just being you.
Let's say about comedy, CJ. There are difference between comedians and people who are funny. People who are funny are just funny. But now you have to transcend that to make 200-300 people in the audience laugh. That's what you have to do. You have to transcend that funny persona that you have, which you are funny, and just make it so that it's relatable to everybody.
I was gonna roll with that at first, but like I said, this is my first time trying it, so it's an experiment. Because I was gonna just tell the story about when I went on divorce court a couple months ago, about how when Star Jones, her breath was so stank to the point where my glasses fogged up and I couldn't read the teleprompter.
All right, see that would have been funny, but all right, CJ, you're wonderful. We got to move on.
Thank you. All right, guys. So right now, well, listen, this is the first show. We're working out the kinks, the people that were waiting backstage. If you still want to compete, by all means, click the link. Come on up here. Everybody wants to see you. For the people that competed, please look at not only what we say, but the comments in the chat. I think are really good, constructive criticism. So far, Lene is the front runner for the cash prize. The comics were interesting. I did say you could come up here with any talent. But while we wait for a little while, right, see if anyone else is gonna, got the balls, the cojones to come compete. What would we say in general about auditions? Because we've all auditioned many times and we've been in the business for a while. So what would you say about, like, if we were giving advice to these ladies and gentlemen about stage presence, about auditions? I know I can say really briefly, when I did put the casting notice out, the talent call out, something that I noticed was a lot of people did not read directions, even though the directions were very, very simple and clear. Send me a picture and what your talent is going to be. And some people couldn't do the simplest thing, right? And I think that's important because the people that stood out to me that I replied to followed the directions clearly and did what I asked them to do. And I think that's very important. A lot of people say that this business is hard because there's a lot of competition. And I'm like, I don't think there's a lot of competition. I think there's a lot of people in the way, and there's a difference, right? There's not a lot of competition. There's a lot of people in the way. So it's like you have to clear the room. There's 50 people in there who are not following directions, who don't really want it, who don't really care, who are not prepared. And then, you have to wait until you get picked and show them that you're not the average person. So what advice would you guys have for people that are auditioning, trying to get in entertainment, just period.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? To follow up, Jen, on what you were saying, I used to do a lot of casting for models and mostly models, some acting, right? And I was shocked by how little people follow directions, right? And so when I crossed over into getting into modeling, I think back to those times because my directions were pretty simple. Like our directions for this particular casting for this talent show were pretty simple, right? But when I get castings from my agent, when I tell you sometimes it's like 3 pages full of notes and directions and instructions, and they want you to follow them to the T, or you're automatically pushed to the side. They don't care how talented you are, what your last project was, how successful you are. They are literally toss you to the side if they see that you didn't follow the directions because you are in the way. You're slowing down my progress because we ask for certain things for a specific reason to keep the thing flowing. All right. So for anyone who may be watching this tonight or the playback, understand not just for this, but for anything in the entertainment business, please follow directions, read them over and over and over again. And sometimes when they're really detailed, like I just said, 3 pages, sometimes I ask someone else, hey, can you look over this, see if I missed anything? Because it can get real tricky. So that's one major thing. I got some other things, but I'm gonna let Drew share some stuff because I know he's got some great things too.
Auditioning, I just say to people, know what you're auditioning for. That's very, very important. Know what you're auditioning for and try to give whomever you're auditioning for exactly what they are looking for.
Know your audience.
And what advice would you give to the comedians? We saw 2 tonight.
Well, we really haven't seen any, but the first one, I can't even tell you what he was talking about. That was just pure. I really thought he was spewing his agenda, whatever his agenda was.
I thought so too. I still thought he was talking about like his life. I didn't know.
And then I realized, okay, I think this is his comedy routine here, but it was not funny. And CJ had a funny personality, just didn't have punchlines to what he was talking about. That's the only thing. But
is there potential there?
It's something you work on.
Okay.
You work on.
So there's potential with CJ.
Yeah.
I think
he has the potential to be very, very funny. The other guy has potential to be funny, but you're talking about the Catholic, which is very touchy. So you see, your content has to be universal. That's very important. You want to have universal content, and if you're going to talk about religion and politics is very, 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 very touchy subject. So it's a very thin line to walk with religion and politics if that's what you're going to talk about in your comedy routine. So you have to have some really great punchlines so that everybody can get past that hump of uncomfortability with it.
You know what CJ reminded me of? You know when with rappers, you have battle rappers.
Yeah.
And you have people who compose songs.
Right.
Typically, they're 2 different people.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Usually people who are really good battle rappers, they don't like Cannabis is who's sticking out in my mind. Cannabis will slay you freestyling, right? Most freestylers, when you put them in the studio and they have to compose a song, it falls flat. The only one, well, not the only one, but one of the ones that's sticking out of my head that could actually do it is Eminem. He's one of the few that can go from doing a freestyle and then actually compose a song as well. But most of them, so that's what CJ reminded me of.
Gotcha. Now, can y'all look up the porn star Rock Hard? Let me see what he looks like.
I started to. I meant to
Rock the Icon.
Because
Rock Hard was Rock Long. What's his name?
Rock the Icon.
Rock the icon. All right. Rock hard, rock on.
Rock the icon. Let's see if he looks like
He
Drew.
looks like me. Let's see what's going on here.
Okay, so
What's
if I
going
know
on?
who he is, I'm gonna plead the fifth and act like I don't because my mom's watching the show tonight.
You know who he is? Oh my God. I look like
Where's
rock
Rock the
hard
icon?
I may or may not know this guy.
Okay, all right. You may or may not have seen or heard of this gentleman.
Yeah.
You may or may not know his work. You know?
Yeah. You know, I think somebody, was trying to, one of my friends was trying to save his soul or something. I don't know. That's the only way I would know him. That's the only way.
I can barely see him. He's in strange positions, as you can imagine.
Yes, I'm sure you. Okay.
Right. Drew, so let me ask you something regarding the religion. Do you think that it's just the environment we're in now? Are like religious jokes completely off the table, or are we being sensitive? Or
when it comes to comedy, nothing's off the table. You just have to present it in a way that people can get past the uncomfortability of what you're talking about, but you got to have a great punchline. Like when I talk about big chicks, if there's big girls in the room, they're going to feel uncomfortable. But the punchline is so funny that they're like, okay, you know what? He's right. Yeah, that I do that. I feel, whatever it is. So you have to, if you're going to walk that tightrope, you got to have something at the end where they're going to be like, okay, that's where he was going. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. I just think it was, I thought it was I don't mind the religious jokes, obviously, but I thought it was too vulgar. And I don't like when comics, it's just it's vulgar.
God. Yeah. You can't talk about God and then put sex. He came and he made us, come on now.
Yeah, it was like, it was cringy.
That's a little bit, too much there.
Yeah, I never thought of Jesus in that,
nah.
rock the icon way.
Right, yes. Like the stuff he was saying, I was
I like the way you put that there. Yeah.
And you don't want the audience cringing, and I was cringing. I was like, who came?
Yeah,
who put the what in the mouth of the what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
That was too much.
And I'm not sensitive to jokes, but I'm like, yeah, that was cringy. I don't like when women, female comics tend to do that too. Like they go on stage and it's all about sucking and this and what they suck and them and the fucking dick. And I'm like, thank you for the super chat, Haran DeMarco. Haran DeMarco says, look for a person who will give you cold-blooded advice. Spend time on your craft. Stay away from anyone who is going to spare your feelings. You're competing in a tough business. Get a tough mentor.
Very good advice.
I think Lene won that money easy.
Yeah.
She wasn't playing because I was grooving as if I did seriously went and put that on my playlist because I was like, okay, if it sound like that, and because it's not the most ideal environment, and they came through.
Yeah. Who's up next, Jeff?
That's it. We are done.
Oh, that's it?
We scared everybody away. Like backstage was packed. People were trying to get in here. Like it kept popping up on the screen. Studio was full of people trying to get in. That was it. Everybody kind of
we ended on CJ, huh? Okay.
So we ended on CJ.
CJ cleared the room.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Right. No, Drew, we can end it on you.
Everybody went to Pornhub to see me.
They were like, I knew he was a person. Thank you for the super chat, George Cook. George says, Drew, in your opinion, who do you think are the top 5 comedians of all time? Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh wow. All time. Okay. I'm gonna try to go back as far as I can recollect as far as comedians go. And I'd have to put Bill Cosby up there. No doubt. Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm. He's a great storyteller as far as a comedian. Great storyteller. Of course, the icon, the man, the myth, Richard Pryor. And all time. I'm gonna go my my inspiration, Eddie Murphy. That's what got me into doing this.
Really? Oh,
yeah. When I saw Eddie, I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do for a living right there.
Oh.
One of my favorites, Brian Regan.
Who's that? I never heard of him. Who's that?
Oh my God, Brian Regan.
Brian Regan.
Come up now.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen
If
him.
I could look up a porn star, I could look up a comedian.
Yeah, he got about 15 specials on Netflix. When I tell you, the dude is hilarious.
I'm not familiar with him. I'm going to have to check him out.
Absolutely hilarious. Doesn't curse. No blue comedy. That's absolutely phenomenal. Brian Regan, one of my favorites. And another one of my favorite was Robert Schimmel. Robert Schimmel passed away. Now here's a little background about Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Robert was a blue comedian. He did a lot of blue jokes.
Mm-hmm.
But Robert Schimmel divorced his wife, and he married his daughter's best friend. And then he ended up dying in a car accident. But he was just a phenomenal comedian. Funny as all hell.
That's poetic justice.
That's poetic justice. Funny as all hell, Robert Schimmel. And how many is that? That's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
No, that's 5.
It was 5?
That's 5.
Uh-huh. Cosby, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Brian Regan, and Robert Schimmel.
I gotta put my girl Whoopi in there also.
You know, Whoopi's my favorite actor.
Yeah, I gotta go with Whoopi.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
I saw Whoopi do 2-hour stand-up routine, a 2-hour concert. Most people do specials in 1 hour.
Right.
She did 2 hours.
That's insane.
A 2-hour stand-up routine special on HBO.
Jeez.
She's a force to be reckoned with. Like,
and you said 2 minutes is a long time.
2 minutes is a long time.
2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours.
I couldn't imagine.
That's unheard of. Now, when you talk modern day comedians, modern day, as we go a little bit further, you said all time, so you have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can't put the modern ones with the old time, because that's not fair. I don't feel like that's a fair.
Well, when you're saying all time, it's like when people say who's the greatest all time basketball, people will start now as opposed to starting back then.
Oh, not me.
You can't. People right now, they're playing basketball with $300 pair of sneakers on that absorb all the pressure. People back then played canvas sneakers.
Right. They did.
Canvas.
They're out there in the socks.
Canvas. That's like being barefoot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See about Wilt Chamberlain and all them people out there, Bill Russell, all them people who played basketball back then with those type of sneakers on. Come on. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So you have to start then. And of course, now you got your Chappelles and your Rocks now, who are kings right now. I mean, Chappelle is probably top comedian right now in the world. I'd probably say the world.
I would go ahead and say the world too.
Mm-hmm.
He's in my opinion, but I haven't been keeping up with more recent comics. But he is like the last great one, and when he does a world tour, I mean, it's everywhere, just crazy. I mean, did you see Chris Rock's last special?
I did. Really quickly, Drew. Before we close, please throw the names of the people that you liked in the chat so Tristan could count them. I think we kind of know who won already, but the chat, throw the names of the people that you liked into the chat so we can count them. And also, if you're catching the replay,
Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn took it. That was it. Brooklyn.
I know a lot of people from New York. So it was Lene, it was Nico, Lene, Nick, and Audi Rhodes, the actor.
Oh yeah, Audi Rhodes killed it. Audi Rhodes killed it.
It was CJ, and then it was our Jesus coming guy.
And then Lenore, Lene, whatever her name, and Nonconformity.
Lene. Yeah.
Lene, Nonconformity, and Artie. Those are the ones I said. Yeah.
Yeah, so throw those names in the chat. Throw those names in the chat, whoever you want to vote for. Lene already has 10 votes because of the super chat vote, so she's ahead of everybody else. But again, if you're catching the replay and you watch this on a replay and you like someone else other than Lene, throw their name into the comment section, and we're counting those votes too. You got a week to vote, and then we'll be back. Don Levon, thank you for the super chat. Don Levon says this was entertaining. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for the super chat, Carlos Toscano. Don Levon says, Drew, on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate Kevin Hart?
Oh my God, a 12.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, he hurts my ears.
12. Because you can't. I'm gonna tell you why. Because of his acting, all his accomplishments.
Okay. I can see that.
Just say, "Oh, it doesn't make me laugh," and then the man made $100 million on his comedy tour. You can't say that. So you have to look at his accomplishments. He's one of the biggest box office draws in Hollywood. He has 5 to 6 specials on Netflix right now running. Been 5 or 6. He's I think he's directing a movie right now. And and the man's just phenomenal as far as I'm concerned. Phenomenal.
Do you think that, but when you hear, because we don't hear that about every comedian. We don't hear he's not funny. But you hear that over and over again regarding Kevin Hart and regarding Tiffany Haddish, right? So why do you think certain comedians constantly hear a resounding, you're not funny, because they don't say that to a lot of comedians.
But I mean, it's everything is relative. Everything's relative.
He's like the J-Lo of comedy to me. Right? Like we can't deny that.
Like successful as fuck. But not meat and potatoes.
How did you get here? Like that's like no like.
But you know what? We could they all got there from hard work.
Yeah.
That part I am not going to take from anyone. Like that's one thing about
hard
me.
Work.
One thing about me, I cannot like you at all. But I will not take away certain things, and that's one of them. Because we're all in the entertainment business, and we know it's
hard
not.
Work.
Yeah, it's not for the weak.
We're gonna be talking about this one here on the left of my screen in a couple of years. How the hell did she get here? What the hell? How is she hosting the Tonight Show? Who the hell is Jay Garcia? What the fuck? Then you start bringing up these YouTube videos. Like, oh shit!
Yeah, remember way back? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Drew, I wanted to ask you something. George Lopez, Ralph Barboza. What did you think about that beef? Do you think that the older comedians owe the younger comedians to pull them up, or is like every man for his damn self? And should he have been vocal about it? Because we all think certain things behind, the scenes. Do you think he should have been vocal about it? Like, who the hell is Robert Boza? Why do you keep bringing up his name?
And I love George.
George is so nice in person.
He was nice to me.
He gave me free tickets to his show, and he had just met me like 2 minutes before. I was like, okay.
And I don't want to say Latin comedian. He's one of the funniest comedians out there. To say that about another comic, or to say that about anybody that's in the business is absolutely ridiculous. Why would you not open the door or leave the door ajar for the next person? That's crazy.
I'm with you, Drew, because I am of the same belief that especially being from a truly marginalized community, not one of these made up marginalized communities that we have today. I feel like it's not your responsibility per se, but it would be nice.
It is.
Well, I'm not going to go as far because this is why I'm not going to go as far to say that. I believe that goes down to belief system, right? So that's my personal belief that, and literally that's how I operate, right? Because there were people who came before me that made it possible for me to be in this position that I'm in, because 10 years ago, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I have today, right? Yeah. And that's because of a Laverne Cox and blah, 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 and this person, that person, RuPaul, all those people, right? So I personally, in my personal belief system, feel like, hey, I need to leave it better than the way I found it so that some more people can come after me. But that's my belief system. I don't hold everyone else to it. I think it'd be nice. And I also feel like by doing that, it kind of, because it's part of my belief system as well, you get what you put out. You get what you put out. And a lot of times I notice when people do that, the younger people help keep them relevant. Like it's like the Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. Like Nicki Minaj was on top, but she went down in a burning inferno because she was so. Now, I don't feel like it's your responsibility to open the door or grab hands, but you shouldn't close doors and stop bags, right?
No, you don't do that. You don't do that.
And that's what she did. As opposed to Cardi, she came in, I guess she might have learned from Nicki's mistake and said, hey, let me grab onto some newer girls, right? Mm-hmm. And you notice they grab on her and bring her into their songs and things like that. So that's my take on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Really quickly, I dropped the link. I know some people wanted to come up and talk to Drew. We don't have a lot of time, but if you're watching, this is the last call for competitors. If you're watching and you think you can knock Lene, okay, off of her prize, feel free to come up. This is the last call if you're watching. And I know a lot of people are scared, but if you're not scared, you can come up. And this is the last call for competitors. If not, then you got to wait till next week, and Lene will take her money. George Cook, how are you, darling? I know you wanted to ask Drew a question.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, Jen. Drew, I took in fact, ironically, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. So,
okay, Duval.
Yeah, Duval, as they say. Yeah, but I took an intro to like how to write jokes class that they had here at the they have like an acting school here. And one of what's your view on where part of the class, it kind of, somebody was a woke comedian there was using those kind of jokes, and it just, for most of the people in there in the room, it was kind of like it just didn't fit. It is weird because it's kind of along the lines of like religion and politics. I guess woke kind of like that way anyway. But like Bill Hicks, I know you remember him. He could get away with talking about religion and politics, and he could get the crowd laughing. But if you're going to do that kind of stuff,
same thing with George Carlin. George Carlin is a master of religion and politics jokes.
That's what I was coming up here to say. I was like, George Carlin made a living out of religion.
The master of it, because he doesn't make you feel uncomfortable about it.
Right.
He talks. He'll introduce politics, introduce religion, and then at the end, it's funny. So the uncomfortability goes away.
And Bill Maher's pretty good at it too.
Those type of jokes. You have to make the uncomfortability part smooth with a great punchline.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because what I like in a comedian like Bill Hicks, Bill Maher, the other ones, is that that even though I may not agree with like his personal politics or whatever, but if he can get me to laugh, that gets me to think.
Oh yeah.
About his point, right? And so I always appreciated that. But yeah, man, I just for me, I was taking that class. The reason I took that class, not really to get up and perform and try to do this as a living, but it's kind of like in some of the meetings I'm in, I guess I can be funny, but it's kind of like I wanted to polish my game a little bit and work, because there's people that I know that are not comedians as well, but their delivery is like, and timing is spot on.
When you say work on your game, on what?
Like comedian
dating site? What do you mean work on your game? To do what?
Like just coming up with stuff to say. It's like it was almost like I was like that dude that came up where he was more funny just being himself and all that.
So you went there just to improve on your social skills, so to speak?
Yeah, so to speak. Yeah, to deliver and interacting, because I think people, a big part of that in comedians,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Them foreign girls don't care about your game.
You came up here reading tonight, no saying.
No saying getting ready.
Right,
He's ready.
No, I mean, listen, the comedian guy, that the second one, the first one, the first one was wild. The second comedian guy, the one that's kind of just funny on his own without going into a set.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that's different. I mean, you're a comedian. That's different than going up on a stage with a set and something you've worked on.
Yeah. You can't translate that because the people in the audience have been looking at you like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Well, so comedy has to be relatable. It has to be universal. You can't see. There are people that can come over your house and make everybody in the house throw up with laughter.
Right.
But they can't go to a stage and do it because the people don't know what the hell you're talking about. We don't know who Uncle Ralph is. We don't know who.
Yeah. No. You're 100% correct. Comedians are very good storytellers. They're very good storytellers. If you're not a good storyteller, you're not going to be a good comedian, in my opinion. Like, they know how to construct stories, and that's an art. That is an art.
Well, no, not necessarily, because some comedians are storytellers. Others aren't. I'm not a storyteller. I don't tell stories. I talk about real life situations. That's my stand-up. It's real life situations and observational comedy.
Okay.
See, Ellen DeGeneres does observational comedy. She doesn't do stories. She's not telling you a story. Oh, I went here, I went there. No, she's telling you stuff about things that happened to her, things that she saw. Is observational. That's called observational.
I do that type of comedy. That's the type of comedy I do. Observational comedy.
I guess
funny, Jen.
I mean, I understand.
It's not story.
True. I understand what you're saying. I guess my thoughts is that what I mean, you're right. There's people that tell stories and observational. You have to be very good at being able to explain what you're thinking, though. I guess that's what my thing is.
You have to be able to relate and bring them into your world. If you watch Nate Getsy, he has an incredible stand-up just went viral on Netflix. His new special just went viral. If you've been on TikTok and you stream through TikTok, every 5 streams through TikTok is a snippet of his special.
Oh wow!
And Nate's been doing comedy for like 30 years, and he's a storyteller. He tells stories about his wife, his kids, him growing up, so forth and so on. And it's absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. He has a bit on there right now where he's talking about he just turned 40. He's in his mid-40s now. Mm. And the difference between him being when he was 20 and when he was 40. And I'll go and make it. I'll give you a little bit. So in his 20s, you're down for anything. Where are we going? What? Let's go. I don't even know where I'm going, but I'm going. Let's go. What's going on? Now at 40, you want to know, okay, who's gonna be there?
Right.
What time are we leaving? What time are we leaving? You know what? I'm gonna bring my own car. I'm not gonna ride with you guys because when I want to go, I want to go. So that's the difference between 20 and 40. When I tell you, it is absolutely phenomenal. His whole special went viral. It's crazy. It's crazy. So if you get an opportunity to watch Nate Bargatze.
Let me just say, and I'm not even being biased, Drew Fraser is fucking hilarious. Okay, for the record, all right? So you really do have to follow Drew. Drew, there was this joke that you did one time that I still remember. It was something about young women versus old women and their vaginas or something. It was over at the Blue Martini in Vegas.
Yes.
I still remember that joke. That shit took me out. It took me out. So I'm like, please follow Drew. Very, very hilarious human being. Can you remind us about that joke?
Pussy in the vagina. That's what it was. The P in the
yes, that was it. That was it.
There was a pussy and vagina.
It's already fun.
I'm not gonna go into it on this platform, but that's what it is. Pussy versus vagina. There's a difference between pussy and vagina.
Give it to us.
Well, pussy would give you a blowjob in a car at a red light while pussy is driving. Vagina will give you a blowjob too, but you gotta wait till your birthday, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, the zombie apocalypse, a death in your family. Your mama gotta die, not hers. Your mama gotta pass away. That's vagina. And then it just goes on from there and there and there. And I got a new one too. The vagina has a 650 credit score. Pussy has an iPhone 12 with a cracked screen.
Okay, I got vagina, guys.
Hey, Drew, when you mentioned Brian Regan, I love his refrigerator salesman routine. That was a great one.
Yes, it's absolutely phenomenal.
It's really funny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the super chat, Haran DeMarco. Haran DeMarco says, congrats to all the contestants. Keep pushing, practicing, and improving. We all have room to improve. Artistry is a lifelong commitment. Now, new Haran DeMarco album on Spotify. All right. And on that, this is funny. Don Levon says, same difference between a cock and a dick. Black men don't have cocks. That's funny. The difference between a cock and a dick.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
And then Tristan said, we got a talent show and Freaky Saturday.
Today got I didn't expect today to get so graphic.
Right.
Yeah,
I was like,
please follow me. Please follow me at my porn site at Long Dong, whatever I am, man.
Rock the icon. Rock the icon.
Rock the icon hard, whoever I am.
Rock the icon hard. All right, guys. Do you have any parting words for talent, for anything? If not, let's do this next week. And first of all, round of applause for our guest judge today, Drew Fraser.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm so happy that you were the first. Okay. You broke the cherry.
Which means we will be inviting you back for another talent show. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It was so funny. I knew Drew was gonna make it funny. He was like, "What are you doing?" He told the guy, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
I was so glad he said it because I was thinking that he was still introducing himself. I'm like,
I
okay,
thought so too.
Roommates and Jesus. But then that's when I started saying, okay, hold on.
I felt bad interrupting him in the middle of it when I realized it was the middle of his set. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I thought he was still talking. Oh my goodness. But we'll do this again. We'll do it next weekend. We'll tally up the votes. I think Lene got it, but we'll tally up the votes anyway. She did have a very, very pretty voice. And we'll do this again next weekend. Let me tell you, backstage was like everybody was on top of each other. And I think maybe people got tired of waiting, but we're still working out the kinks. This is our first one. Yeah. Next time, we'll definitely cut people off either at 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes so we can rotate it. This is the first one. So we're still working out the kinks. So thank you to everybody who came up here, who voted, who was giving advice in the chat. Thank you so much. Panel, lovely and talented, Lily from YB Limited, Drew Fraser. Please follow Drew on all social media platforms. Look out for him to be hosting every damn thing that you watch. Trust me. All right, guys. Any parting words?
I enjoyed tonight. I can't wait for the next one. Yes, I think this actually turned out better than I expected for the first time. Like,
because I was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen?
We didn't know what to expect.
It was fabulous.
And thanks to you, Drew. Like, you helped that make it. You really did.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. It was my pleasure to be here. Anything for my girl.
Yeah. No Saint, you up here late. No Saint just looking for somewhere to hang out.
Yeah. No, I came in. I looked at the other two contestants. I was 2 contestants late, but I checked them out real quick. Okay. I really, as much as everybody's.
All right, guys, I gotta go run out and beat my son.
Drew.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Drew. Good night.
I just want to say, as much as a lot of people are voting for the young lady, and I think she's good, I don't know. For some reason, I lead towards the actor because I don't know. I just think that's a tougher That's a tougher thing to do, in my opinion.
No, it's tough.
Yeah, I think the what's her name? I can't remember, but I'm not.
Lene.
I think she's great. Don't get me wrong, she's great. No, it's no knock against her, but I just think coming up here and trying to put together things, a set with voices, is the difficulty levels a little bit, and it's a lot easier to fail at that. If you know you can sing, you can sing. You know what I mean?
True.
So that's why I kind of lean towards him, but.
No, we appreciate the opinion. We don't do echo chambers. So if you feel that way for those reasons, I understand. And it is hard. Like and his I give them a lot of credit, people that are coming up and doing comedy and monologues, because this platform is not, you can sing on anything. You can sing, what I mean, on screen, you can sing at the subway, you can sing wherever, but to do comedy on screen without a live audience, in front of you, that you got, and acting. So I completely understand. Tristan, you closing us out, Tristan?
I'm scared how Tristan's gonna close us out tonight.
Well, it's a good one.
Okay.
But you might have to edit it at the end, because I'm not sure about the beat though.
You killing me, Tristan. I don't think this is gonna be monetized. All that Jesus fucking sucking that we heard from that comedian coming and came and I was like,
I know, but I found the perfect song for you guys.
okay, let me just really quickly reiterate before we leave. We'll do this again next weekend. If you see someone in the show that you want to vote for, leave it in the comments, because of course you can't use the chat on the replay, but leave it in the comments. Let us know the person and why. Put their name in the comments. You have a week to vote. So right now the front runner is Lene, but you guys can change that. Anyone who competed, if your friends and family come vote, they'll put you over. Okay, so let your friends and family know they could come vote for you, and they'll put you over, because this is about votes, not what we think. We're just giving advice, but this is about votes. So if you can get your friends and family to come vote for you, you'll get that $100 cash. The money will be yours. Okay, Tristan, you can take us out.
Okay, so we know Jesus was hoeing it around with Mary Magdalene, right?
Lord,
here we go again.
So when he went to service that Sunday and had to talk to her, he brought out the choir and said this.
Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. It takes the smell away. Na 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 na. Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank.
No, he didn't.
Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash.
We got it, Tristan. We got it.
Understood. Understood.
Oh, hey, now that the Mary Magdalene epitome 1, I see that as the title.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Good night, everybody. Tristan, take us out.
I love you all. Class dismissed. And wash up.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, if you're still here, please hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget, you can vote for your favorite contestant in the comments. Just throw their name in there. If you competed tonight and you want to get pushed over to the winner's side and get that $100, just have your friends and family throw your name in the comment section. You may win. There's a week. You got a week to win. Right now, Lene is like, hey, I won. I ain't got to vote. Maybe you may have more friends and family than she does. They can take you over to the winner's circle if they throw your name into the comment section with who you think deserves the cash prize. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And feel free to leave comments and questions and suggestions, right? This was our first show. We will be doing this again. But you know what? This is your block too. So you can leave comments, questions, suggestions in the comments as well. And we may or may not listen to them. So we will see you on Monday. And then we'll do this again next weekend. Let your friends know if they could sing, act, rap, dance, whatever, and they want $100 cash for spending a minute and a half with us. Pull up to the block talent battle, baby. All right, guys, good night. And I'm out. Night, night.